we have arranged to meet again with our friends from before in this beautiful place of Malinghe. 走吧，舒尔，哎，走吧，走吧，走吧，走吧，怎么样？
还可以，
还可以。哎，你看那个这里，看到了那个那里？对对。
这一个片区的话，它这个树林比较多，但是你看。
Hukou indicates the residency status of all Chinese citizens. Some of them have rural hukou and some of them have urban hukou. This system was initially introduced to prevent rural residents from moving into the cities. Since 1978, this restriction has been relaxed, and today rural residents can freely move to the cities. So what did our friends tell us? They are very hesitant about moving to the city. They've been thinking about separation from the family, which is an important factor. Distance from where they live to the city where they would move to, also an important factor. But they don't seem to be aware that if they change the residency status, they will have to give up their land. And once I raised this question, the answer was more clearly in favor of staying in the rural areas.
小娃的户口转在城里面是好嘛？嘎。
农村户口好，
还是感觉农村好一点。
农村户口现在可以享受一点补贴，是吗？
不愿意。
不愿意。
不愿意，我老了还是在农庄好，在老家好。
我很想搬到城市。
只要在哪里好赚钱嘛，就到哪里去赚钱了嘛。
我不需要换户口，因为那个农村户口比城市户口好一点。啊，以前我就是那个居民户口，现在我转农民户口了。
在我们农村的赚钱跟上海差不多，在这里也是100块钱的，我们老家也是100块钱。
多孤独的话，以后要是自己有自己奋斗，自己实现自己的目标，让家人也一起去嘛。
就在外面赚再多钱，总归还是要回去的。
金钱和家庭这两部分，肯定我要把家庭看为更重要一点吧。
如果一个农民想搬到城市换户口，这个简单不简单？有什么条件？有差别吗？
这个问题它现在也是中国的一个很大的一个问题，就是一个农村的户口，它要变为一个城市户口，它还是在中国目前来讲，就是还没有解决这个根本上没有解决这样一个问题，就是现在我们的农民到城市里边打工，他现在他留不下来，他留不下来，包括到北京、到上海去打工的，就是说这些城市它需要农民去贡献他的劳动力，实际上就是说他们也不需要他能够在那地方住下来，对，
所以就是临时，
对，临时就是我们说的农民工嘛。法律上是这样规定的，就是说一个家庭，一个农村现在的就是一个农村的家庭，就是他已经转变为非农家庭的这种情况，他的政策规定是必须把他的土地，他承包的土地，把它交给法包方，就是他在村里边。但就目前来讲，这一条，我们好像没有在执行这一条规定。
So we talked about the hukou, the Chinese registration system, a legacy from the 50s, something that now is becoming less and less relevant, and that is why we are discussing how to reform it. Each type of hukou, rural or city hukou, has advantages and disadvantages. Rural hukou holders have the right to use a plot of land, and they receive subsidies from the government for agricultural activities. On the other hand, the holders of a city hukou have access to better services, better healthcare, and better school for the children. The other main problem is that when a farmer changes his hukou from rural to city, according to the law, must give up the rights of use of the land. Then what we find in practice is that this law is only randomly applied. It almost seems that each town, each village chooses when and how to apply this law. This creates a little bit of uncertainty in the farmer's mind. It is like, okay, if I move to the city, do I give up my land? Do I need to give up my land or not? The other issue, interesting, and it's a cultural issue, that is when people pass away, if they have a city hukou, the body gets cremated. However, if they have a rural hukou, the body gets buried together with other family members. Many people we talked to told us that this is a very important factor in deciding why not to change the hukou. And it's very similar to what we do in the West. After all, we too bury our relatives together next to each other. So, in summary, if I feel that fewer and fewer farmers are willing to give up the benefits from holding the rural hukou in exchange for the city hukou. All in all, if the number of people willing to move from the rural countryside to the city and change residency status over time diminishes, this would be a big problem for the future of Chinese economic growth that relies just on this migration to fuel its engine.